Welcome to the podcast, Why Are We Even Here? Enjoy the show.
So do you want the leg or the arm?
Get a quick HJ.
Anyway, who's closer now, the tailor or the blacksmith?
The tailor, and then the blacksmith is like right next to the gate.
Okay. What time of day is it?
Right at midday. It
Midday?
took you guys just long enough to...
Okay, so we're heading to the tailor's.
To the tailor.
So, you get there pretty easily. Julius joins up with you. He's like, so any progress on the list?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're almost done.
Major.
We have 2 more names.
2 more merchants.
2 more merchants, right.
We
I forgot about the nobles. I didn't write down the nobles yet. We haven't inspected that. Have you made any progress on the list?
Well, I scouted out their estates. Heavily guarded, and not many ways in.
Wonderful. Well, it just so happens we've been making a bit of a reputation as traveling doctors, so I think they'll let us in.
Have you actually healed anyone, or are you just lying through your teeth?
We healed someone.
Yes.
We did actually heal him of the disease.
We
Of
saved his
He
life.
attempts to see through your bullshit.
Okay, bring it on.
He does not see through your bullshit. He's like,
29. So
with a 9, he's just like, oh, that's actually nice of you.
it's also not bullshit. We managed to help somebody.
Like, he fails just enough to still be suspicious, but he buys it.
The
I
first
also
one was
feel-
unsavable.
I also feel like a really, really good guy to him, like an upstanding citizen. Regardless of what he knows, I feel like an upstanding citizen.
Yeah, like, his instinct tells him that you are not to be trusted, but he can't help
But
it.
every other sense is like, oh no, he's a good guy. Just trust him.
Yeah.
Give him all your money.
Give him all of your money.
He's definitely not going to spend
He's
it
a
on prostitutes.
He's a saint, literally.
I have expected Garrett to just be like, at one point in the story, just, fuck this party. I'm going to go make my own with blackjack and hookers.
I've got the money to do it too.
You know what? Forget the blackjack part.
Just hookers.
Anyway,
So, he shows you where the tailor's at. It's pretty easy to find. It's right on another main street.
I guess it's a business. We don't have to knock.
Yeah.
So,
Just kind of walk in.
just walk in. Is there a man at the counter?
There is a guy at the counter. He's kind of like an old, almost, oh god, what's the butler's from Helsing name? Alfred? No.
No, that's Batman.
It's gonna bother me.
W something.
Walter C. Dornes.
Walter Sinonis.
I was thinking Wilfred.
He kind of looks like
I was
that.
thinking Wilfred
He's got
as
like a measuring tape around his neck, and he's just doing like some hemming on a pair of pants.
Gotcha.
Mr. Hader.
What do you want?
Would that be you?
Yes.
Well, just a moment of your time is all we need.
Okay. I'm not so many clients today. What can I do for you?
We are traveling merchants who deal in odd books.
Oh, speaking of, I received an odd book the other day. I didn't read it too much. It seemed gibberish. Almost written like a child.
Can you describe the book to me?
Small black book. Couldn't read any bit of it.
That's the one. It's actually a very rare material. Hard to come by.
Well, one moment, I'll fetch it. He goes upstairs, giving you guys some time to kind of look around.
I just kind of pull magic energy out. My cat materializes and scouts the place out.
If there's a lock on the door, I go and lock it mundanely because I don't want to keep using my spell slots for that. Yes. But he just locks the door mundanely, and if there's like a closed sign, he flips it.
Is there a classic Robin Hood hat anywhere?
Yes, there is.
Can I have that?
Are you gonna steal it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll do it after we.
Honestly,
mess with
after
him.
we take his mind, he might give it to us willingly.
Very true. I'll wait to take it, but I will definitely take it.
Just roll a sleight of hand real quick. Just kind of.
The way I understand it, his character would probably just, aha.
We'll literally just put it on.
I have always had this hat.
23.
You succeed in making it look as if you've always had the hat. You just kind of...
All right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As this guy is coming down, you just... Like you were just adjusting it almost. Doesn't even notice that it's one of his. It's like, is this the book he holds up the gospel?
It is. Did you said you tried to read it.
Yeah, I couldn't make a damn bit of sense out of it.
Nothing. You couldn't.
Not a thing.
Interesting.
His name isn't glowing at all,
Huh.
but it's almost as if like the font has gotten like a deeper black.
Strange.
I don't have crown of madness.
Would I know what it says?
The book?
Have I read the book?
You've read it, but it says something different to everyone.
Oh.
You can only read it in the deepest throes of madness, and it's a part of you. It tells you what your mission in life is.
Oh. So it made you just couldn't decipher the book?
No, it's some language I've never even heard of.
I just like to know where copies of this book are. It's a very rare material. I'm going to let you keep it.
Talk about.
What?
Can I use prestidigitation to make like phantom sights on the edge of his vision?
What is like the exact?
Prestidigitation is
You can make illusions.
a spell. The spell is a minor magical trick that novice spellcasters use for practice. You create one of the following magical effects within range. You create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as a shower of sparks, a puff of wind, faint musical notes, or an odd odor. You instantly light or snuff out a candle or torch or small campfire. You instantaneously clean or soil an object no longer than 1 cubic foot. You chill, warm, or flavor it up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour. You make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or surface for 1 hour. Or you can create a non-magical trinket or an illusionary image that you can fit in your hand and that lasts until the end of your next turn. If you cast this spell multiple times, you can have up to 3 of its non-instantaneous effects.
So
activate
you want
at
to
once.
just create like a sensor, like he's seeing shadows on the edge of his vision.
Yeah, like as we're having this conversation, just kind of like throwing shadows at the edge of his vision to make him
Like he's just kind of sure. I mean,
tweak a little bit.
yeah, it's still technically a sensory deal.
And I just smile and I pat it. I just kind of touch the book on the cover and I'm like, I'm going to allow you to keep it. Normally I'd try to buy it from you, but I think it's safe with you. I've heard, I haven't actually read it myself. I haven't gotten to see a copy. But I've heard that when you read it in a bad time in your life, it offers very comforting words. It will help you through the hard times.
Hopefully, he'll be able to make sense out of itself because I can't read it.
Are there any like bags in the room?
There are several like bags
like
with
satchels.
yeah.
Like Garrett goes over and picks up one of the satchels and brings it up to the counter. And he's like, "Hi, yeah, I'd like to. Can I just buy this from you? I've been looking for a good bag, and this will
Sure,
quality work."
10 gold pieces.
All right, prestidigitation to make a moving eyeball in his hand as he hands over. Like he reaches into his pocket to pull out gold and gives him an eyeball instead. I can create non-magical items.
Okay,
the size of
is
my
there
hand.
like a specific save, or is that just something that happens?
It's literally an eyeball in my hand that exists because I can create any non-magical item. It's create
So,
a
like-
non-magical trinket or an illusionary image that you can fit in your hand and last until the end of your next turn.
So like for a few seconds.
Yeah, so it wouldn't last long enough. Just like
You
he
just
reaches
make-
into his pocket and actively pulls out some gold, but like makes an eyeball sitting on top of the gold that disappears after a couple seconds.
He just kind of like his eyes just grow big, like taken aback, and he's just that,
You okay?
Telepathically to Cade, who's wandering the store, scouting things, I order him to just start clawing suits. Just long claw marks down
How much gold was this actually?
everything.
I was gonna
10.
pay attention. 10? Okay.
he's just what
And just to start, like, after he rips things, just kind of start making noises.
he's like what the hell's going on? What are you doing?
I'm not doing any... Are you okay?
Sir, are you okay?
Get out now!
Just...
Sir, I'm a
Alright.
doctor. If there's something bothering you, let me know. I
Roll
might be able to
deception.
help. Nat 20.
What?
Jesus.
What? You've got to be fucking kidding me! You cannot roll wrong tonight.
Apparently not.
Because we're the worst kind of people and we're the best at it.
And if I do roll wrong, my mod makes up for it.
I hate all of you.
You let us be evil.
No, I needed an evil party because this is what I wanted. Okay, you convince him so thoroughly that he's like, I'm nothing besides a stone or two. Kidney stone.
Oh, okay.
Paid.
Oh, I actually have a remedy for that.
Yes.
My assistant's holding on to it for me.
I pull out.
It's like a vial of water. Or something, knowing you guys.
Can you make a potion of insanity?
No, I don't have actual potion making yet. That's up to you on what I add pre-game. Later on in my class, I can actually start making potions as part of my class thing.
I mean, you have a potion making kit.
I have
you
an
could
herbal
just mix things together and
Right.
see what happens. Can I make a medicine check to tell him what to mix together to make a...
Roll. At a -4.
a 6. So, no.
No.
Okay.
You like blurt out like 7 ingredients, like mouth 7 ingredients, like what?
He just like mouths some random things that he saw in your kitchen.
I just pull out a small vial and it's probably just colored water. Like
It's like
luckily I already had one on
Oh,
hand.
Hawk, if he looks away from me at all, like if I completely leave his vision, Garrett just changes the color of all of his clothing.
You guys are really trying.
So like his clothing would have been like natural earthy tones, and he just changes it to like bright pink.
Sky Self just changed the color of my eyes and hair.
It's like I'm sorry.
I just happen to have the potion on hand.
I turned my head around backwards.
We're over here doing all this magic things, and you're just like,
You got like Spectral Kitty scratching shit. You got Jack turning his clothes different colors and putting eyeballs in
I
him.
give him the vial with
I
the
turned
potion.
my hat.
The potion. And as I do it, I telepathically command Cade to just yowl at the top of its lungs, just
Ah! You just kind of like startled.
just
Fucking.
you're hearing things.
"Sir, are
Sound
you
like a
sure there's
cat.
nothing else wrong?"
I'm sure. I
Here.
need to lie down. It's been a long
Just
day.
drink this, it'll help you pass the stones. Give that book a read tonight. Like I said, I hear that everything becomes clearer in times of need.
Is the knight still with us?
He is, and he's just watching all of this go down. Like,
I forgot about that.
what kind of drugs am I on? Like,
Is he a paladin?
Oh god. Hawk? He needs to make a constitution saving throw.
okay, why is he making a Constitution save?
I will tell you if he succeeds. He succeeded, never mind.
He just takes the potion, and I'll take this. Now, if you would kindly please leave.
We are leaving. If you have any questions, please, and I tell him what tavern we're at. Just find us there. Ask for Eric.
I will do. He disappears back upstairs.
And we make our way up. As he does, I just kind of snap my fingers and the cat just magic energies back towards me.
I changed my clothes back to normal.
And his, he leaves, like, everything down there, like, his gold, his fancy shit.
I'll take that.
I'll take.
Excuse me. Give my gold back, what?
I'm the one who gave him the potion.
He had in the drawer 74 pieces, individual pieces, 20 of which being gold, the rest being a combination of silver and bronze.
Give me at least my 10 back.
Fine. I give him 10 gold. I keep 10 gold. I give you the change.
So how much does that add up to?
Probably more than 10 gold.
I'd say about 20 gold
Okay.
pieces.
That's an advancement on next month's pay.
Fine.
Fucking frugal.
Still only 22.
Garrett probably just leaves the bag on the counter, changes it to be like a mix
Are there
of
any like
weird
nice
colors.
gloves?
There's a pair of like pearl white gloves.
Oh, And you notice that every time he casts a spell, there's small tattoos on the back of his hands that glow.
Neat. You notice every time he casts a spell, his key probably glows a little bit.
Yeah.
I just take the
I've
gloves.
yet to cast a spell.
I turned my hat backwards.
I turned my hat back.
I'll turn my hat back around.
I just take the gloves and I slide them on, and I'm like, these are nice.
So you're putting on gloves. What do you do now?
As I put on the gloves, I'm going to cast Suggestion.
Okay. He is an elf, so he does get the.
He gets
racial-
advantage, so he
racial
rolls
bonus.
twice and takes the better.
Okay. So roll your.
Do I need to roll?
I don't think you do.
I mean,
I think
he just has
needs
to
roll against
beat
it.
my spell save on a wisdom.
I'm just making sure that because some spells have like their like failure DC.
Yeah.
That's a 19 on the second roll.
Damn, he gets it then.
Yeah,
He doesn't.
He gets it, but it takes him a couple seconds to get to that point. So it's the thought's in his head,
Yeah,
but he's not like actively going to do it as soon as he like can.
right. But I did plant the seeds, so that's okay. I can deal with that.
Speaking of, I have to roll for madness because he is in possession of one of the tomes. Oh. Because of the bullshit that you all were pulling,
The hat.
the hat, specifically the hat, that's what fucked him. Not the dancing shadows in his vision, not the fucking his clothes getting ripped
Or the eyeball.
and the eyeball in the hand. No, it's the hat. The hat of all things sends him over the edge, and he's going down the rabbit hole. So, are you guys gonna move on to the blacksmith?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
For now, I leave Cade at the tailor and tell him to lay low and stick to the shadows, but to keep occasionally knocking things.
You can rip his name off and give it to Cade.
Yes, that.
So that because it's in proximity of someone who's going mad,
Is that how that works?
yeah, that's
Okay.
how it works.
So I rip his name off of the list, and I give it to Cade. I just kind of...
Because
Stab
can't
it
you share
in his
the
little
senses
collar.
with your familiar?
I can.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. So, Garrett unlocks
Making
the
me
door
rip
to
my
the tailor
paper.
and just steps out. And
You
Hold
guys
on to
steal
the
his gold, steal hats and gloves and bags.
I left the bag.
Oh, you left the bag.
Yeah, he just left it like out. He didn't actually want the bag. He just wanted to
Fuck
you know,
with him?
The eyeball.
fuck with it.
Jesus Christ, you guys are assholes.
So how does the nobleman feel about this?
He's just... Julius was speechless during the entire thing.
Is anyone outside the tailor shop when we leave? Like,
No one. And,
waiting for it to open?
like, it's
Okay.
not really a busy time for him. It's usually right after people are going home from work or towards the end of the day. That's when his busiest is because people carry their clothes, do rip all kinds of shit. Midday is kind of like
A lull.
a lull in the business. So no one's going to be bothered if his shop is closed today.
All right. So was this the more fancy-looking blacksmith that we're going for, or was it the other one?
It was the fancier one. We were compelled to him.
Okay.
So Jetson, Hatter, he's
So
not
we're
off
heading
the list
towards
yet.
the-
So.
Blacksmith shop.
Yep. And the further you get away, the fewer jeers that Julius is getting from the crowds, and the more kind of like dignified silences he's getting as he passes. Because he's in full like knight gear,
Yeah.
like armor, like plate armor, sword at his side, shield on his back. He looks like an asshole.
Nothing could possibly go wrong around him.
Pretty
Does-
much.
Does Julius say anything about what happened at the tailor store?
He's just like, he lowly says, "You guys, I'm really not sure if I should be okay with what you did back there."
Well, Julius.
You heard the old man. It's succeed or die.
Well, Julius, like you said, you can trust a dishonest man to be dishonest.
Yeah.
Besides, I care more about myself than pretty much everyone in this town.
So, that's obvious. Who's the next one on the list? The blacksmith?
Steinman. Steinman the blacksmith. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh, I heard about him from one of my friends. Apparently he's a small dwarf man, and Steinman's really just a mononym.
Oh. Interesting. Good to know. He's a dwarf.
Indeed.
They say the intricacy of his pieces rivals even elvish smithing.
Bullshit.
Between
Calm thyself.
the three of us, do any of us have a flask?
The ranger would have a flask.
Okay, yeah.
Is your flask full of anything?
No.
I take his. Can I borrow your flask, Eric?
I guess. It'll cost you.
I give you 3 gold.
Awesome. Could it be 4, please? That'll put me up to 100.
No, because 3 puts me at 65.
OCD's worst
I would give you
nightmare.
1, but that would put me at 107, and I'm not okay with that.
So, look it, we're all
Do I
OCD.
find a piece of gold on the street?
You don't.
You drop a piece of gold.
I'm not okay with that.
Okay.
Ha
So I just take one of my flasks of colored water and I pour it in the
Okay.
actual flask. Like,
What
if
do you-
it comes to it and we offer him this, you need to make it smell really strong.
Smell like what?
He's a dwarf.
That's racist.
Okay.
And I just kind
So you're almost to the city square. They're throwing insults back at each other. It's particularly an elvish blacksmith on the one side that looks dingy and dirty, and a dwarf blacksmith on the other. And
That
Steinman.
seems kind of opposite.
before we go
Or
in,
racist.
and before we're in earshot, I just look at you and I'm like, of the 4 of us, you look like the one most likely to buy a weapon.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you should do the talking.
Fine.
Would you like to try to do the talking?
I can be part of the talking.
Okay, we'll be your backup.
Okay, so Julius is like, guys,
Mike could buy
this
something.
is really backwards, isn't it?
Or we could make Julius do the talking.
I'm good.
What? You don't want to be a deplorable
All
person.
you have to do is want to buy something from a smith.
Do I look like I buy things from Smiths?
You're wearing plate armor. You could want something
Custom
repaired.
made plate armor.
By the royal blacksmith. Anywho,
Shut up.
in we go.
You guys go in, and he's like seemingly shouting things, but it's actually like a phonograph that he just has planted in a window. Because like he perfectly times each and every insult that he throws back at the other on the recording. That it's
I
Like-
really like this man.
I approve.
it's
of
almost
his
like
style.
I kind of
he's heard every single insult this elf has. He just throws them back at him, and his shop looks pristine. It looks like an elvish smith's shop instead of a dwarf.
I
Everyone
approve.
looks like a dwarvish smith's shop, nothing else.
And we just kind of go into the smith shop.
I kind of want to check out the elven one just because, you know.
Elvin.
Yeah.
As you're going in, you fucking assholes! Why don't you come over here to where the real work's being done?
Maybe later. Ta-ta.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Grumble.
We prefer quality over quantity, sir.
You son of a bitch! You hear a glass breaking, and an,
Ain't
iron,
no metal like dwarven metal.
and an iron bar gets thrown through one of his windows. It hits. It's going towards you, but it like hits the ground and just slides to your feet.
I loot it.
It's literally just a bar of iron.
I
You
know.
should fix the window.
I want the bar of iron.
With mending, of course.
Garrett just walks over to the window, just kind of passes his hand over it, and repairs it. There's like peeks in the window, just like, no.
He puts his hands up, just like, okay, I'm good.
No.
So you guys go into the dwarf's shop, Steinman's shop, and everything's symmetrical.
I really approve of this store.
I have a makeshift weapon if need be.
I just kind of go up to the counter and knock on the counter if he's not there.
So you just
Yeah, unless there's a bell.
there's no bell. You just there's a door in the back of the shop opens up where you can see like the forge and everything. This is more the display room you're in. Like, what can I do for you?
Take it away, Eric.
The knight.
Take it away, sir.
I want nothing to do with this.
My friend here wants to buy weaponry.
Can't do too much for you, lad. All weapons are banned in the capital, so says the fucking city guard. Looks directly at Julius.
I look at Julius too, like,
Wasn't my decision.
Glaring all around.
The cat glares at.
no, the cat's
Garrett.
fucking with Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember because we left the
Oh, yeah,
cat
my
behind.
bad.
Garrett's just wandering out of the shop looking at the goods.
He does have weapons on display, but he like, I can't sell them to you inside the shop. You have
Well-
to go outside.
Naturally.
So what?
So, would you be bringing them to us outside?
Yes, it would be.
Alright, what all does he have?
He's got a few. He has a lot of like the basic stuff, you know, great swords, like broadswords, long swords, even a couple of nice-looking bows. And his prized possession looks to be a golden hammer sitting in the center of the shop.
Tell me more about those bows.
Wrong character.
They're
Are they obviously better than my current bow?
They're obviously better. They're like one's a refined bow, so it gets bonuses on damage, while the other is more of an accurate bow, which it gets bonuses to hit.
Does he have any spears?
He's got like spear heads. He doesn't have anything on like shafts. You can see like a few different designs, like leaf heads, diamond heads, and the like.
Neat. Alright. The accuracy bow sounds nice.
So you just kind of
Yes. This bow. How much?
This bow's been here since I won the shot from that fucking elf across the way.
Oh, so it's an elven
Ah.
bow. Even better.
That explains it.
Nobody wants it.
I want it.
Of course you do, you fucking elf.
Yeah?
You piece of shit.
Oh.
Spits on the ground.
That is not nice, sir, especially towards a customer.
You're welcome to go shop at the shitty place I came from. I guarantee you one thing. Everything he makes is gonna fall apart in a week. It's cursed.
It's cursed.
How is it cursed?
The forge, it's not right. Anything you try and smith out of it,
Has that just been forever, or is it a recent curse?
as long as I was there, everything I tried to make fell apart on me. Thought it was the elves doing. Challenged him to a drinking contest, and well, I won the bar.
Interesting.
So, 30 pieces for the bow.
Alright. I can do that.
Another 40 pieces for the string.
Another 50 for the string.
Dude, why would you say that?
Because dwarves are assholes. 'Cause that's what I would do.
Could I use my other bowstring on this bow and it still be fine?
I'm just fucking with you. It's 30 pieces
Okay,
flat.
that's good.
It's not, doesn't have a name, but it grants a +3 to hit.
Okay.
The magic bow.
I am liking that
So,
sound.
It's like it's
my accuracy
it's actually made out of
rolls are
metal.
Always the best.
So it's a recurve bow, and when you draw it back, it has a certain spring in it,
Mm-hmm.
and then when that spring fires, it delivers
Alright.
it on target, like
I
on
can
a straight
do that.
line.
As they're
My
doing,
accuracy rolls aren't always the best, as you know.
as they're doing the purchase. So, Stein, that's what you like to be called, right?
Yep.
You seem an educated man.
Do I?
You do run a nice shop.
To some circles, possibly.
And I mean, you're keeping it nice regardless.
I try.
Any good readings?
I don't read too much. Got a book from a mysterious man a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was written in this strange language. Reminded me of ancient dwarves, but you can never trust the ancient dwarfs.
That's true.
Always digging too deep.
Some of them did, some of them were okay.
So you couldn't decipher it or anything?
Well, it kept telling me to dig to the center. Oh, that's the only runes I could read.
Interesting.
Is his name glowing at all?
His name is like a faint glowing. Like you would have noticed on some of the spearheads, their tips were sharpened to almost an insane point.
Wonderful. You know, I've heard rumors about people getting books like that.
Aye.
Everything I've ever heard says that anyone who gets a book like that finds riches beyond their wildest dreams.
His eyebrows kind of like slightly twitch at the word riches.
Fucking dwarf.
Yes, fucking what? You fucking what, mate?
I'm just... Don't fight my old friend, please. I just...
Roll like. Do we have a guile skill?
Deception?
Deception
Roll
is the
deception.
now.
You trying to convince him?
Nat 20.
Damn it, Hawk, you just cannot win tonight.
Well, it's not really so much that I can't win. Like it didn't really matter.
That we can't lose.
You can't lose.
Don't worry, I haven't
Like-
rolled anything important yet.
You haven't, but you will. But 2 nat 20s.
I've also had 3 nat 1s, so...
Also fair. Anywho.
Also, you guys are like either great or shit.
I rolled a nat 20 when it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just follow the book's guidance and you get riches. More than you could ever imagine.
You keep like pressing his greed, and he just his name starts going brighter, brighter.
I envy you, Steinman. I wish I could have a book like that.
Then you kind of see he does have a dagger on his hip. He just has a hand on it. He's not really like threatening. It's just more or less he's just ready in case you try to take it from him.
Guarding his gold.
Go out. I need to... Sorry, I was going to do a thing, but I need to.
So you finalized your purchase.
I mean, I'll give him half now and half when he delivers outside the city.
Is that fair, Steinman?
Aye, that's fair.
What else can we do here? If you cut 5 gold off the price, I'll tell you everything I know about the lore behind these books.
Alright, fine. Without even hesitation, he just instantly wants whatever information you have.
Alright, we'll meet you outside the city
An hour before dusk.
an hour before curfew. And I describe roughly the area around the rotted out log that we left our weapons in.
Alright, he slowly agrees. It's not too far out of his way.
Is curfew at dusk?
No, curfew is half an hour after dusk.
Alright.
So a half hour before dusk is when we're meeting him. And then, do we go back to the inn? Or just wander?
Well,
What
you're
time is
waiting
it?
for the cat to let you know, hey.
I just kind of channel my cat's vision.
The name is glowing bright on the piece of paper in front of him.
Like bright or just bright?
Bright, like bright.
Okay.
Like this guy went straight after you fucked with him.
after he saw the hat.
The hat.
Can I see the guy through the cat's vision?
You can. He's like almost tearing at his hair. Like he's bloody clumps are falling.
I have Cade stealthily go up and like tap him and see if Cade can activate it. So I have to roll stealth, right?
Yep.
8. Oh wait, he has proficiency. So 9.
He doesn't. The Taylor doesn't notice the cat right away because he's in the throes of madness until the cat's pretty much like gonna boop his nose. The cat gets the touch off and he sinks into its shadow and the paper that his name was on burns to a crisp.
Wonderful. The cat just kind of darts out the building. Meow. Picks up anything you might need to pick up around where the guy was.
Nothing.
Okay.
So did you like go into a trance while you did that, or?
I imagine I can't really use my own senses or take my own actions while I am channeling. I think I'd have to look it up. But
So
I imagine if we were in the inn, I'm just kind of sitting on the bed.
Okay. Are we back at the inn? I thought we were still.
We
in
probably
this
went back to the inn after talking to the dwarf because we have to go meet him at half hour before dusk. So
Okay.
And the cat just darts back all the way to where I am.
Okay, so you get the cat back, and then pretty much it's whatever you guys want to do at this point.
What time of day is it?
It's early afternoon, kind of early mid-afternoon.
So, Mr. Noble Knight, what can you do exactly?
The tailor is gone.
Well, that's
fantastic. Yeah, you haven't really done much to help us.
I mean, information is nice, but
Really, the boss man won't be fond of hearing that you...
Okay, you want to know what I was doing?
Yes.
The knights were being told of several disappearances in the last 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was trying to provide a little kind of interference.
Well, I mean, it's obvious. The one man went crazy. He bit off a woman's ear. He probably just fled the city, fleeing the law. The other man just left.
That's pretty much what I was saying. There's no evidence to prove anyone, but a lot of people are being pretty paranoid. One of the new queen candidates is a white-haired half-elf.
Oh, really? Half-elves are pretty rare.
Especially the white-haired one. All of you would know this, that a white-haired half-elf is pretty much the description of Satella the Jealous Witch.
I just kind of get a smug little smirk at
Yeah.
white-haired half-elf.
Considering our current employer and your club, it's a little odd.
Does he know that I'm a half-elf? Do any of them know?
No. Like,
He probably does.
Yes, he
I
might,
know.
but if you've been disguising yourself this entire time, Julius and Garrett would not know.
You know that I hide my identity, but you don't know what I am. per
Yeah,
se.
you don't know why or what's going on.
You also know that I was lying in that anti-lie.
No. I don't know if you're lying. I just know if you succeeded or failed the check.
Yeah, it's pretty much if you have the ability to lie.
You know that I had the ability to lie.
Yes.
So that's
But I don't honestly know if anything you said was a lie.
right. So
So he's probably suspicious, but doesn't actively know.
white-haired half-elves are not common. She's might have a bit
And
of
a
a...
goddamn enigma, that's what she is.
Is she?
Yeah. You know as well as I do, Satella is a white-haired half-elf.
I do know that, yes.
In fact, that's where most of her opposition is coming from, because she looks so much like her.
I mean, yeah. So,
The fact that she's a queen candidate.
what does she have to do with these disappearances?
The cult? The cult.
So
that we
people
work
think
for.
she's causing it.
Yeah.
No skin off
She's
my back.
Currently in town for a visit regarding the selection.
Well, this is a capital city, so yeah.
So while they're having this conversation, Garrett probably just gets up and like dusts himself off and is just like, I'm gonna go drink. And goes down to the bar.
Go win some more money.
Go win some more money, then go see your brothel.
Tynan just kind of purrs and rubs against my leg and turns into a little tiger
Tynan?
kitten. Not Tynan. Cade.
Cade.
Tynan is...
Your
Tynan is
character
you.
leads against himself.
No. Cade purrs and turns into a little tiger kitten. Just kind of curls up on my
I
shoulders.
want to go bet on him drinking
So
again,
that's-
but I'm
A
also
lot of
with
people are on edge
bodyguards.
because of that. They don't know where she's at. They assume in the royal palace grounds, but with magic you can do just about anything.
Well, Julius.
Is she one of the people on our list?
No,
She's not.
She, no.
I'd say... Let's go join the others for a drink. Maybe not you. I mean, you are in the poorer part of town. They're probably not fond of you. But I bet you could beat them in a drinking contest.
Julius
I don't know.
goes to he goes to another room and changes into more plain peasant-looking clothes. They're still oddly nice for this part of town, but
But it's not armor.
yeah, it's not armor and it's not out of place.
Fair enough.
More like a peasant who just has a little bit of wealth. No.
Nothing.
To the tavern part of the hotel.
I'm down at the tavern drinking. Is there anyone that
As I
wants to
come down the
Those two
street.
should have a contest
Most of the
and we
people
could
in the
go
tavern
bet
have
on them
heard
and
about
that way we get money,
the
whoever
stranger
wins.
who showed up and drank. The biggest guy, the biggest regular under the table. They're
To death.
afraid.
As we come down the tavern stairs, Cade hops off my shoulder up into the rafters again.
Okay, just kind of looking around. He doesn't really notice anything out of place. Everyone is either regular or
Yeah.
someone passing through needing a place to stay.
He's just keeping an eye out on things, and I sit at the bar and I order another mug of ale. Pint.
Pint.
You could say pint or mug. They come in mugs.
Garrett's probably just sitting at the bar waiting for someone to challenge him, and
What kind of food
A little sad
is
that
there
no one
at
is.
this bar?
They're 3 gold, right?
Yeah. The food, it's a lot of meats and stews.
Any pies?
No pie.
Oh,
It's not fancy.
not even a meat pie?
No meat pie.
I order food.
You order just like a stew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stew.
Garrett
How much
probably
is a
orders
stew?
an amount of meat.
Stew and a pint.
Stew and a pint. How much is that?
Cost.
5 gold.
Good.
Combined.
5 total? Okay.
Smoke it a pancake.
I really wish I had one more.
So many drinking contests today, Barkeep. Barkeep?
Barkeep.
Not for you guys.
Come on.
Not my decision.
I was just betting.
You're with him. Everyone's afraid of you.
Fine, I can drink.
He twists his mustache. That guy, he may have choked on a piece of wood that came off of the flagon, but still, a lot of people don't take too many risks when it comes to drinking contests. If they see you take down one of the biggest regulars in,
So they think foul play?
they don't think foul play. They just know that he got drank under the table to death.
Stroke of bad luck, I suppose.
That's that's an understatement.
A stroke of bad luck, I suppose.
Yeah. Too bad that one guy just couldn't keep up. That poor one guy. Well, I'll get you your food right away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I make an intimidation check to talk to the entire bar?
Do it. Let's hear it. What are you gonna say?
I'm like an 18. He just turns towards the bar holding his cup and he's like, "What, all you pansies are too wimp to challenge me?" And he goes,
So you make yourself sound drunk on purpose?
"Yes."
They all just kind of. They're intimidated. They don't want nothing to do with you.
Fucking pansies.
It's like, he's such a good guy, but he's such an asshole.
Right.
You can drink against him.
Oh, thanks.
As soon as Garrett
Actually,
decides he gets to the point where he
No. If it
people
were
might
Dex-
confuse him for being drunk,
if it were
he takes
Dex,
off the
yeah.
hyper reach mask, so he's just wearing his normal
What?
face.
If it
Looks
were like a
dick.
dex check, sure. But
Sleight of hand the alcohol away.
So you guys kind of spend the afternoon drinking and eating.
Can I cast suggestion on the barkeep?
You can try.
To have him drink against Garrett?
You can try.
Okay. I cast suggestion on the barkeep.
what race is that?
He's human.
It's a wisdom save against 16.
He's fine.
Okay.
You know, if I was a human, I would have a lot higher stats than I do.
I just kind of look
But
at
your tiefling, you piece of shit.
with the casting. I just kind of look at the
thinking about
barkeep
it,
and I'm just like, hey,
I don't think
you
I
probably
have
have a pretty,
tiefling
pretty
stats.
strong stomach. You could prove that you're the king of ale.
He opens like a little kind of hideaway, and there's like a fucking stein, like intricate, and it's like city champion
Oh.
a year.
So you're afraid to lose your title.
Not afraid, retired.
No one retires from drinking.
You do when you have a business to run.
Oh,
He has like a really high sense of responsibility.
could you imagine? If we got him to drink himself
Did
to
you
death,
ever
we'd
add
get
your
his
tiefling
bar.
stats?
I never added my tiefling stats.
God damn.
I have a 22 charisma, right?
So
No,
think
not
that's
it's
allowed.
not allowed.
towards the. It's getting towards dusk. You guys make your way out to the log.
Yeah.
So you get there. The dwarf is sitting there waiting for you. His eyes kind of have a glazed over look.
My deception is a plus 12 now.
Jesus. I just kind of approached the dwarf. He's sitting on the log.
Yeah, he's sitting on the log, and he is pretty far gone.
It's like, hello, Simon.
What? Here's your bow, lad.
So about
Here's
the
your
book.
10 gold.
I just kind of walk behind him and pat him on the shoulder and see if it works yet. I just kind of just tap
He
him on the back.
starts like slowly sinking. He's not quite there, like quicksand, almost like kind of slow and steady.
The lore says the man who gives the books away, it's the same person in many forms for every person who gets one, is some sort of celestial being who is granting good fortune.
Fortune.
Yes. I've heard kings have come into power when they get these books. And beggars find themselves rich.
As you continue to like appeal to his greed, he just keeps going and going until finally into the rabbit hole.
Is Julius with us?
Julius is not. He opted to stay behind.
Okay. Just like, and that takes care of the blacksmith.
Oh god.
I mean, it is probably a bit disconcerting.
Tieflings get the thaumaturgy cantrip, which is like prestidigitation, but for affecting other things.
Did any of his his possessions
Yeah,
get
can I
left
get my
back?
gold back?
Or were they all sucked up with him?
All sucked up with him.
Oh.
At least you only had to pay half price.
It wasn't half price, it was 5 off. That is
Well,
what you said.
you only paid the first half of the price. didn't you?
No, I paid when I got the bow.
He paid half when he got the bow and half when he.
Okay.
Well, I paid
Ordered.
15 when I ordered and then 10 when I got it since you got that 5
I
off.
wish I'd had this when we were in the tailor shop. That would have been so helpful.
So, that's the end of that part of the arc. The next bit will be a lot of combat.
Okay.
Back into the city so we don't get locked out.
Did you want to stop the recording and start a new?
I do. But first I want to kind of talk with you guys. So, that's the first kind of session. How are we all feeling?
I like it.
I love it.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, that's always good to hear. What so far was like your favorite part?
The Taylor.
Taylor.
The Taylor.
I honestly enjoyed messing with all of them. Though.
Just like trying to get them to
Just-
like poke them into madness.
Evil charisma.
Evil charisma is best charisma.
That.
the hat. By the way, you can buy the hat at our online store, www.gofuckyourself.com.
The very hat. Not some cheap remake. The hat.
But yeah, no, just fucking with people. Like, so yeah, you're gonna get rich if you follow the words in the book.
Did you have any complaints about any of the first session so far? I mean, you guys had pretty good chemistry, honestly, for a party that just started.
I mean, our characters have known each other, and
For a bit, because
he melds in pretty well.
I'm his bodyguard.
But I don't have any real complaints. No, I think everything's fine.
Yeah.
DM always loves to hear that. So I'm just trying to think of anything. Do you have any other comments about the session?
Wishing I'd taken more non-combat spells.
That's the problem. If you're really good at combat, you can't do anything else.
I noticed.
Doing non-combat spells, like these two had a blind and a bind.
Mm-hmm.
Blind and bind.
All of the spells I took double for combat, but
I'm
are
just
useful outside.
really happy that most of my spells and hexes
I mean, I can
Are-
fog cloud.
combat supportive, more or less, so that
You can use them outside of combat as well as in, and help
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah, that's exactly how a lot of mine are too.
But so once the next session starts, being that it's going to be a lot of combat, you're gonna be, Brendan, really fucking useful comparatively to
Yeah,
I mean,
comparatively to what
the
I
hat.
The hat.
the hat. Well, I guess that's the end of this session. We're gonna pick up. So what were your thoughts on the whole grandpa bit that I threw in there?
as long as it's my elven grandpa,
It is your elven grandfather.
good.
He's just kind of concerned because one of his 3 grandsons is now missing.
Yeah,
I mean, we kind of left it ambiguous as to what you did to the village that you were in,
yeah.
but I mean, still, when a family member just leaves, regardless of the circumstances, it's kind of disconcerting.
Yeah. I only say it has to be the elven one because I have plans from my father side with my own past characters because I'm a terrible person.
Yeah, terrible person that uses the same backstory for 3 campaigns.
I mean, they're triplets, so that works. Similar backstories, not exactly the same.
This reminds me of the Tomska clip where it's like, why aren't there so many twins? Nepotism.
But yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with my characters. Graham, happy.
I've got an idea. I don't really flesh them out until this will be a subplot that we explore later in the campaign,
Works for me.
and I'm also gonna explore other people who have
Okay.
halfling
Halfling
adopted
raised-
parents.
Yeah, I kind of want to find my parents, but that's not truly necessary.
Oh, I got plans.
Okay.
I got plans. Trust me, I've got plans.
Awesome.
So, well, it sounds like we had a really great first session. We're going to pick it up back next week with the nobles and their madness.
Bye-bye.
So, thanks for tuning in.